What is the weight of a ruined soul? If you could look into the mirror and see the spiritual scars of your own sins, would you even recognize yourself? This is the story of Zara, a woman who fell into the deepest, darkest abyss of this world. Growing up with a broken heart and an empty home, Zara sought validation in the worst of places. She searched for love in the arms of men. But the love she chased was a mirage. It was the devastating, soul-crushing sin of Zina. She didn't just fall once. She fell into a life of it. Surrounded by wealthy, arrogant men, expensive cars, and neon city lights, Zara lived a life that looked glamorous on the outside. But inside, she was rotting. Every time she gave herself to another man, a piece of her soul was ripped away. The men used her beauty, praised her superficial charm, and then discarded her like a broken glass in the morning. When the parties ended and she was left entirely alone in her expensive apartment, the horrific reality of her existence would crush her. She would stand under the scalding hot water of her shower for hours, scrubbing her skin until it bled, desperately trying to wash away the feeling of being deeply, utterly filthy. But no water on earth can wash away the filth of a major sin. Only tears can do that. And Zara believed she was too far gone to ever cry to God. "I am damaged goods," she would whisper to her broken reflection. "I have committed the unforgivable. God would never look at a woman like me." The Shaitan loves a sinner who loses hope. He convinced Zara that her only value was in her sins, and that the doors of heaven were permanently locked to her. But Allah's mercy is vaster than the oceans. One freezing, stormy night, the illusion finally broke. A wealthy man she thought cared for her threw her out of his luxury car into the pouring rain on a dark, empty street, simply because she refused to attend another toxic gathering. She fell hard onto the wet concrete. Mud ruined her expensive dress. Her heavy makeup ran down her face like black tears. Left in the gutter, shivering and broken, she realized the terrifying truth. She had traded the creator of the universe for the temporary attention of men who didn't even value her life. As she lay there in the freezing mud, wishing for death, a sound pierced the stormy night. It was the far adhan, echoing from a distant mosque. The call to prayer. The call to success. The words hit her shattered heart like a physical blow. She crawled up from the mud. Without thinking, she walked toward the sound. She reached the grand stone steps of the mosque, but she stopped. She looked down at her muddy, immodest clothes, her ruined state. How could a woman who had committed zina with multiple men step into the house of Allah? She collapsed on the cold steps, burying her face in her hands, weeping with such violent, agonizing regret that her entire body shook. "Ya Allah," she screamed into the rain. "I am dirty. I am lost. Punish me, but please, don't leave me like this." Suddenly, she felt a warm, heavy woolen shawl drape over her shivering shoulders. She looked up. An old, deeply pious woman stood over her. The woman didn't look at Zara's ruined clothes or her messy makeup with disgust. She looked at her with pure, motherly mercy. The old woman knelt down, wiped the mud from Zara's cheek, and softly recited the verse from the Quran, "Say, O my servants who have transgressed against themselves, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Indeed, Allah forgives all sins. Indeed, it is He who is the forgiving, the merciful." Zara broke. The dam holding back years of self-hatred and sin shattered. The old woman helped her inside, to the washing area. Zara turned on the cold water. She washed her face, watching the heavy, toxic makeup swirl down the drain. With every drop of water in wudu, she wasn't just washing her skin, she was washing her soul. That morning, Zara placed her forehead on the carpet in sujud. She cried so much that the prayer mat was soaked. She begged for forgiveness with a broken, sincere heart. And in that beautiful, silent prostration, the heavy, suffocating chains of her past shattered. When a person makes sincere tawbah, they do not just become clean. Allah turns their past bad deeds into good deeds. Years later, you would not recognize the woman in the mud. Zara became a teacher for orphan girls. Dressed in modest, beautiful garments, her face radiated a pure, undeniable light. No one knew of her dark past, because Allah had concealed it, and He had completely forgiven it. A sinner who sincerely repents is like someone who never sinned at all. Never let your sins convince you that you cannot return. For no matter how many times you have fallen, the door of Tawbah remains wide open, waiting for you to simply come home.